thank all of the businesses and fine folks who have made this year's 600 Speedway successful. Hyper Racing, of course, the title sponsor. It is Hyper Racing 600 Speedway. We also want to thank Bob Hummer of Rodota Trucking and Excavating for making this race, championship night of 600 Speedway, $5,000 to win for the 600s, $3,000 to the runner-up, $2,000 to the third place finisher. So thanks to Rodota Trucking and Excavating. Hoosier Tire.
Posting $1,000 and a tire giveaway each night. Mike Fossey, Driver Development, sponsoring the Hard Charger Award on each night of Speed Week. $100 going to the Hard Charger, courtesy of Mike Fossey, Driver Development. Heinz Speed Components putting up the Fast Time Award, and that's what we are about to get underway here with group time trials for the 600s. Heinz Speed Components putting up that Fast Time cash. Washington Collision Center putting $500 into the Speed Week Point Fund. Champion Oil will give $500 to the highest finisher in Speed Week points who runs Champion Oil products. Dave Bodine posting a cash bonus for each night's Hard Charger. And Max Pappas Racing, Max Pappas Innovations, sponsoring the MPI Hard Charger for the week. A steering wheel, a Max Pappas steering wheel to the driver who passes the most cars during the course of Speed Week. All right, first group joined up here now by Chris Graham, the voice of the Clyde Martin Memorial Speedway. Checkered flag on Group 1, Kyle Spence. Stopping the clock at 11.382, Fred Hindley at a 12.098. Cecilia Perotti, 12.235. Chris, what an outstanding field of 600s. We've got 73 cars.
I'll tell you what, Barry, getting that many cars, 73 of them here has been really, really good. The fields have been good all week for Speed Week, and we've got the best of the best here tonight for sure.
No question. And from all over the country, we've got drivers here from Arizona and Kansas City.
Oh, one up into the outside wall off of turn 2.
Watching Group 2, that's Jason Swavely, the Ideal Glass number 7. Swavely 6th quick at the moment. Trevor Klein out there, the 1F. And Preston Latimus in the 10M. Latimus 2nd quick overall at an 11.645, 11.645. Swavely 3rd fastest overall at the moment at an 11.809. Nick Drake in the 2F completed that group.
Jason already has a win here, a couple of wins here this season in a variety of classes, but he's going to be high, wide, and handsome all night on this one. White flag already flying on this next group for Hot Laps.
Brian Kramer, a regular here at the Clyde in the number 71, will be the first driver to take the checkered flag. '71 of Kramer, 4th quick at the moment at an 11.870. Oh, this group ought to show us something, Chris. Heading into turn 1, TK Tommy Koonsman. He's been a winner here this year. The 1E, the opening night Speed Week winner at Kutztown. That's the Edge, Eddie Strada. And multi-time Lanco track champion, Mike Rutherford in the 2S.
Eddie Strada having issues in Hot Laps, lost the left front wheel, goes 3rd quick, now drops to 4th as Rutherford goes 2nd quick, 11.617.
Checkered flag waving. Looks like no change. Kyle Spence still quickest overall, but it'll be Rutherford second at 11.604. Tommy Kunzman, that 21K, moving up to P3 on the speed chart, 11.624. Strada fifth overall. Cole Kirkman, the 7TX out of Kokomo, Indiana, taking the checkered flag. Kirkman goes to P2 on the chart. Second quick overall, Cole Kirkman at 11.582. 33M of Brent Shearer and the 45 Chad Van Horn also in that group. Van Horn ninth quickest at the moment.
Caution on the speedway. Sounds like one car slow down in turns 1 and 2. Kyle Spence still your quickest.
Nash Ely heading into turn number 1. Nash was the hard charger on opening night at Kutztown last Wednesday, our Speed Week opener. Aaron Espenshade, the 1EA. Lancaster Log Cabins, 1EA, Aaron Espenshade on the racetrack as well. Matthew Donnelly, the 15D, scheduled to be part of this group.
Attention spectators, if your car is parked along the street, immediately. We're hearing of some complaints. The police are calling you. If you want to be there when you finish the night, make sure you get out there immediately in the parking spot, please. That would be a shame.
Well, nobody can knock Kyle Spence off the top of the perch, but Nash Ely moves to second overall at 11.580. The quick lap for Nash Ely. Cole.
Nash has had a good bit of success here this season as well. He's one of those guys that loves to run the bottom, but we're seeing it early here, Barry. You got to be high, wide, and handsome around this place.
Yeah, no doubt. The cushion already, of course, being built, the curb, as it were, being built up along the guardrail at both ends of the racetrack. Aaron Espenshade timed in 11th fast. Not bad for Aaron, not having a whole lot of experience here. A 12.031, his best lap. So right now, Kyle Spence showing the way in Heinz Speed Component qualifying. 11.382, the quick lap for Kyle Spence. Nash Ely currently second fastest at 11.580, and Cole Kirkman, Indiana's Cole Kirkman, third quickest at 11.582, just 2/1000ths of a second slower than Nash Ely. The 2S of Rutherford, Mike Rutherford, 11.604, and the 21K, TK, Tommy Kunzman, 11.624. They are in positions 4 and 5 at the moment. Brent Shearer, the 33M on the speedway right now, has one lap coming. Shearer splitting his time between the big sprint cars and the 600s and also several other micro sprint divisions. And Brent Shearer, 12th quick overall, a 12.057. 12.057 for Brent Shearer. Specialty Rigging putting up $500 to the Passing Master for Speed Week. Also posting bonus money to our B-Main winners here in Speed Week. Chop Designs. Brandon Raymer and Chop Designs designing the great-looking winner's checks, those big checks that we post in Victory Lane with the winning driver, courtesy of Chop Designs. So I want to thank all of the sponsors again of this 600 Speed Week, including Hyper Racing, Rodota Trucking and Excavating, Hoosier Tire, Mike Fossey Driver Development, Heinz Speed Components, Washington Collision Center, Champion Oil, thanks to Dave Bodine, Max Pappas Innovations, MPI. Also one of the sponsors, along with Specialty Rigging and Chop Designs.
In addition to all those sponsors, Barry, we've got a whole bunch of race chasing awards going out the door here tonight. $100 from Bill Maurer for the 600 Hard Charger, $100 from Bill Maurer for the 600 Hard Luck Award, 6 $25 awards for the heat races, courtesy of Zach Light Racing, the Race Chasing Sticker Fund, Groff Trucking, Kim's Creations, Clyde Martin Memorial Speedway, the National Racing Network, and then $50 from Hanley Livestock Hauling for the 600 feature winner, and $50 from Mike Knappenberger Photos for tonight's midget feature winner.
'22A is Adriana Delaponte working her way out of corner number 4. Putting the clock in motion, Riley Emig in the number 12E. That blue, he hooked the cushion down there heading into turn 1. And the Mountjoy outlaw, Jesse Maurer, the Weinhold powder coating, or Weinhold Poultry, Stinger Race Fuels number 3, taking the checkered flag. Jesse Maurer, 12th quick. Maurer, 12th fastest at the moment at 12.047. Adriana Delaponte, 16th overall. Her best lap, a 12.095. Riley Emig, 19th overall. Green flag waved on the 42K of Tyler Ulrich. Tyler going to record the first lap for this group. Tyler Ulrich up to P11. A couple of others moving up even more. Oh, and we've got a spin in corner number 4. And we also have a new quick time. The 28Q Austin Quick, 11.372. 11.372 for Austin Quick. And that is quick time at the moment. So 11.372. Beating Kyle Spence by 1/100th of a second for fast time at the moment. Joey Amante, the 88J, the car that spun down there, you see his frustration in turn 4, and that's a shame because Joey Amante had a good first lap, 12th quickest overall at 11.931. The big show in the JPA Masonry, number 88J, Joey Amante. Joey currently 6th in Speed Week points, just 4 points out of the top 5 as we enter championship night here this evening.
Barry, one of the things that's really impressive so far about these qualifications is that ignoring Austin Quick and Kyle Spence, your top 2, the rest of the field, it's only about 0.2 of a second through the rest of the top 15.
Yeah, really amazing. Shows the caliber of competition that we've got here for this 600 Speed Week finale. Oh, look out. We've got a spin in the middle of 3 and 4. .41M of Mark Landwehr, the driver who spun. And according to Speed Week rules, now he's got to sit out the rest of this qualifying session on the racetrack all by himself. Big winner in local 600 sprint action this year. 8 wins overall, 7 of them with a wing, 1 non-wing. Driving the Thompson Motor Services number 11, Mike Thompson. And how about that? Mike Thompson up to P3 on the speed lap on his first lap. See if he can do better this time. He will stay 3rd. Lap 2 was a little bit quicker, though. 11.433. And 11.433. 3rd quick for Mike Thompson.
Pretty amazing when you're talking about times that are hundredths of a second apart at the top of the field. But, man, these are some really talented hot shoes out here as well. This is going to be a fun feature tonight.
Yeah, and a lot of them, Chris, no stranger to this division, but not all that familiar with the Clyde. So the laps they are turning even more impressive, giving their lack of track time here. Connor Gross, we've been watching this kid at Action Track USA this season, the 20R, headed into turn 1. Very impressive in the Washington Collision Center number 20R. Jordan Marrero also out there, the 01. Marrero 16th quick. At the moment, Jeremy Harshman, the 163, moves up to 10th on the speed part. And what did I tell you about Connor Gross? 2nd fastest overall. Connor Gross, his best lap, 11.379.
We're talking about the thousandths of a second now separating these cars. Throw the tenths out the window. It's only going to get tighter as we go here, and that sun starts to set.
Absolutely. Track going to get quicker. The conductor, Bobby Butler, heading into corner number 3 now, the 5B. Bobby will see the checkered flag this time. Want to talk about that number 5 as well as we get the opportunity, and the 17M, Christian Bruno, part of that group. Bruno, 5th overall. Christian Bruno, 5th quick, 11.460. Bobby Butler, 10th fastest. And Gavin Boschel, the number 5, all of 12 years old, out of Mooresville, North Carolina. Gavin Boschel, 13th fastest at the moment. Whoa, we've got one going over in turn 1. Got up into that cushion, that curb that's been built up, slid up and into the guardrail, and that simply launched that car.
Yeah, very wild hit heading down into turn number 1. Yeah, it looks like Jesse Snyder was the car that went over there in turn number 1.
Jesse Snyder, word is he is okay. The Stinger Race Fuels number 3G, Jesse Snyder. Last year's 600cc point champion at Trailway Speedway. He's been a winner at Trailway already this year. Picked up a wingless win at Linda's Speedway as well a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, big time front end damage on that car now.
Yeah, taking a look at the left front of that car is definitely banged up. Jesse will have a good bit of work to do to get that car ready to roll if he's going to be able to get that car moving for the heat races. And that's really where the format comes into play on this thing. We haven't talked about it a whole lot yet, but we have qualifications. That's going to earn you points. The heat races that'll earn you passing points. You can lock in through just those two. Then you get the qualifiers that's going to set part of the field. There's a whole lot of moving parts to this, so just because you have an issue in qualifying doesn't necessarily mean you can't even lock in.
Right. It won't ruin your night completely. It kind of puts you behind the eight ball a little bit, not only in terms of a lot of work to do to the car, but also in the qualifying format. Yeah, you certainly have enough chances to race your way in.
Yeah, it'll at least give you a shot to pass a lot of cars. When you're back, you start in the back of the heat race. If you come to the front, you're going to be passing a lot of race cars. Seeing Jesse on the front of the four-wheeler, caution lights are back on. We should be ready to go here again.
Matthew Warner, the 26 car, part of this group. Matt back into turn one. And here comes the number one out of Tewksbury, New Jersey. That's Joey Jarowitz, one of our weekly regulars at Action Track USA on the Kutztown Fairgrounds. Jarowitz, also an accomplished asphalt modified driver, has run many races at Lee Heighton's Mahoning Valley Speedway. And Jarowitz up to sixth overall. Sixth quick for Joey Jarowitz. See if he can better that as he takes the checkered flag. No, he will stay sixth. Quick lap, though, that second time around at 11.545. And 11.545 for Jarowitz, sixth overall.
This might be one of the most interesting leaderboards we've ever seen here at Lanco. Names like Austin Quick, Kyle Spence,
Connor
Mike
Gross,
Rutherford,
who's
not
not
a surprise
right.
to see at the
no,
front.
Rutherford is
and
not, certainly.
Some of these guys like, Joey Jarowitz, Cole Kirkman, even Tommy Koonsman. Tommy Cole told me in Victory Lane a couple of weeks ago he doesn't like the place. And that was after picking up a win. TK now currently in the 10th position.
And I believe that's going to do it for Flight 1. So pretty much half the field now has completed their time trial laps here in Heinz Speed Components 600 Speed Week qualifying. Following the following Flight 2 of 600 sprint qualifying, we will have our opening ceremonies here, invocation and national anthem, and then get underway with USAC NOS Energy Drink National Midget Heat Races. The first group in Flight 2 will include the current 600 Speed Week point leader, the Think Fiberglass number 144, the Stony Point stud out of New York, Damon Paul. Also in this group, the number 28, the Washington Collision Service entry, driven by Sammy Martz, and the number 41, the Allstate Insurance car. That's Logan Rumsey. Damon Paul, quickest so far at 11.578. And that is the way it will remain. Damon Paul, and he was a little bit faster on lap 2, 11.446 and 11.446 for Damon Paul. Second time around, Logan Rumsey, second fastest with an 11.666, and Sammy Martz just a tick over 12 seconds. That's Ryan Stangl, the number 4. Nick Skias, Lanco's own Nick Skias in the number 88, and Don Hess in car number 15. Nick Skias up to second quick. Stangl taking the checkered flag. He is 5th overall. Nick Skias will remain second fastest. Nick's best time, 11.665. Sammy Martz in the tour number 28 is 4th overall. Then Ryan Stangl and Don Hess. Leading this group, the Rodota Trucking and Excavating number R7, Brendan Bright out of Collegeville, PA. Joining Brendan in this group, the Bamfled, number 35, that's Buddy Schweibens, and the driver who is second in Speed Week points at the moment, the White Mechanical, number 6, out of South Abington Township, Pennsylvania, that's Colin White. Checker on that group, Damon Paul still quickest overall, but the R7 of Brendan Bright moving up to P2 on the chart, 11.532. and 11.532 for Brendan Bright. Colin White now 3rd overall at 11.631. The M85 is Hunter Metzger. Ooh, Billy Koch riding the guardrail through 1 and 2. Koch in that number 66. And Garrett Smith, the 2SX, is the 3rd car in this group. Second lap, Hunter Metzger, 7th fastest overall. A better lap there for Billy Koch. Garrett Smith will move to 6th on the chart at 11.759. 11.759 for Smith. He is 6th overall. The 66 of Billy Koch moves to P7. 11.784. And Hunter Metzger, 9th quick. In the 11A tonight, that's Aaron Ballinger. Ballinger unfortunately falling out here quickly. Ballinger to the infield. The Professional Design Services number 7, that's Aiden Borden. And joining Borden out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma in the 20A, that's Ryan Timms. Checkered flag to those two. Ryan Timms going to 3rd on the speed chart. Timms 3rd quick at the moment, and 11.557 and 11.557 for Timms. Aiden Borden, good lap as well. He is 5th overall. Now Austin Schaefer in the 44 TX, the 41 BC Big Money Brian Carver, and the 11H Clyde Martin's own Holden Ekman. Checkered flag falling on this group, and there is a new number 1. The 41C Brian Carver, now quick timer at 11.283. 11.283. Carver quickest overall at the moment. Holden Ekman, 9th fastest. Ekman's quick lap at 11.69. And Austin Schaefer, 13th quickest overall. So we'll get those cars back to the infield, move the next bunch out here. The next 3 cars and drivers you'll see on the racetrack, the 163S of Dylan Schatzer, the number 50 of Jacob Severn, and the R7X rockin' Jim Radney.
We have a vehicle that needs to be moved, a Pennsylvania tag. It's a red vehicle, Pennsylvania tag, JPX 0135. Again, a red Pennsylvania tag, JPX 0135. You're parked on the neighbor's property. You need to move the vehicle immediately or it doesn't have to go.
Again, the weather playing havoc not only with the USAC NOS Energy Drink National Midgets during Pennsylvania Midget Week, but also with our Hyper Racing 600 Speed Week. Rained out Speed Week, that is, rained out Monday night down at Spirit Auto Speedway, Bridgeport, New Jersey. And then we were able to complete the Speed Week opener on Wednesday at Action Track USA on the Kutztown Fairgrounds. Night number 2 for Speed Week held at the Greenwood Valley Action Track just north of Bloomsburg. Rained out last night out at Path Valley, as were the USAC Midgets. Damon Paul, thus far the only driver to record 2 top 5s in 600 Speed Week events. 5th at Kutztown, and of course the winner at Greenwood Valley on Thursday. Damon Paul, therefore leading Speed Week points. Dylan Schatzer twisting that 163S. Jacob Severn with that green chassis to number 50. And the R7X, Jim Radney among this group. Radney moving up to 6th quickest overall. Dylan Schatzer a little bit faster than Radney. Dylan Schatzer 5th overall at 11.574. Radney 11.626. The Extreme Towing number 21S, that's Steven Snyder Jr. out of Rising Sun, Maryland. JWK Electric number 12, Joey K on the racetrack in a car, beautiful car that everybody knows here at the Clyde, the 600cc Performance number 11Z, Zach Light. Another driver who's just been very impressive wherever he's run this year, Steven Snyder, the 21S, now 2nd overall. Second quick, 11.285 and 11.285 for Steven Snyder. Homegrown Kutztown's own Jared Kunkel, the 75K out in this group. along with North Carolina's Tim Nye in the number 42. And the 20M, that's James Morris. Morris moves up to 7th on the speed chart. James Morris, an 11.6, his quick lap. Andrew Laser in Scott Rupp's number 53. Laser taking the white flag this trip by. The 92 is Jake Winters, and the 117, Cody Wild West, the son of Randy West, down the back chute. Checkered flag, Laser 14th quick. Jake Winters 21st overall.
I'm not positive here, Barry. It was kind of out of my view, but I think Jake Winters may have gotten into the outside wall off of turn 4. That car came very, very slowly down the front stretch and across the start-finish line.
Path Valley Speedway hot shoe, Alec Quiggle in that black and green number 23. Quiggle taking the white flag. P.J. Williams, winner at Linda Speedway earlier in the season. Part of this group as well, along with the 0-3, Lanco's own Ryan Groff.
Last time we ran without the tops on here in the 600s, P.J. Williams did a complete 360 off of turn number 4, kept his foot in it, down the front straightaway. I think he lost one position in the exchange. The kid will keep his foot in it, that's for sure. So keep your eye on him throughout the course of the night as well.
The 23 of Alec Quiggle, now 5th overall, 5th quick for Quiggle, 11.535, 11.535. You know the car. Charging off corner number 2, that's the Hyper Racing, Spar Racing Engines number 5 of Heath Hanley. 84X Billy Calvert, and the 20 of Alex Bright, part of that group. Heath Hanley, 7th fastest overall at an 11.573. 11.573, the quick lap for Heath Hanley, moving him to P7. Alex Bright, 16th quick overall. And Tyler DeVault, the Devo Race Engines, number 18, out of New Jersey. Tyler DeVault, the final driver to take time here in the 600s. Tyler DeVault, 33rd overall at a 12.089. So Brian Carver, quickest in Flight 2 with a time of 11.283. Steven Snyder, 2nd fastest in that flight, just 2/1000ths of a second slower than Carver, 11.285, the quick lap for Steven Snyder. 3rd fastest in that flight, Damon Paul, the Speed Week point leader, with an 11.446. Brendan Bright, 4th quickest overall in Flight 2, and Alec Quiggle rounding out the top 5 in Flight number 2.